Well, hello, it's day 7 of the build, and day 5 and 6 videos just didn't happen. And the reason for that is not that we didn't do anything, it's just that we were so busy we didn't really do much stopping or videoing because we travelled down to Fundao and met a lovely couple, Amy and their beautiful dogs, and they gave me some beautiful things. So I want to show you what we got. So we got 3 pieces of insulation, which is quite thick and just perfect for sorting out the insides. And then these, really handy. Now you recognise them as curtain pole holders. Well, at some point I'm going to show you what we do with these, and it isn't a curtain pole. Look, 2 wheels to help things slide, to help reduce space and help keep things moving. So super cool. Insulation which is much thinner. It's also sticky on the back, so this is just perfect for in the windows, particularly on this side. A herb rack. Now you know you've seen one of those already. I've even got another 2, so now I have 4. As you can see, I have a theme going on, and I really don't think they're going to be used for herbs, although some of them might. So that will be also another thing to watch out for in a different video. This looks incredibly useful for popping things in, and it has a hole there, but other than it being a fantastic container, I have no idea what it's going to be for. I just know it's really funky, and maybe even toothbrushes and things will pop in there, and hairbrushes to stop them wiggling about. But I really liked it, and it's definitely going in the van. So here, gravity, some gas hose, which is pretty much new. Obviously it's out of their garage, they weren't using it, and it's just ideal to replace the gas hose that's on it, so it's safe. That'll teach me not to get ready before the video, won't it? So you can't really see the top at the moment, but we have this awesome cooker. It's slightly out of place at the moment, but I'll pop it back in once I'm done. Aha. Yeah, once I'm done sorting this, I shall be making it. So this is the 2-burner stove. I'll not take the bits out so I can show you what I'm intending to do with it. I've got 2 choices really that I can think of, well 3. I don't like the first choice, which is to stick it solid somewhere. It's considerable size for a little van, and if you put something of a considerable size in a little van, you lose your workspace. So I'm intending to either make it I'm definitely intending to make it flexible, as in pop it on a base that's flexible, What's the matter, Eric? Are you not happy with Joe? No. Well, I fully understand that. Yes. Your Flo's out at the moment, isn't she? Well, you're doing very well to not try and do each other in. Yeah, you go and make sure your babies are okay. Sorry, we're having, Eric and Joe are having a disagreement, but it's only verbal, thankfully. They've done the wing flappy bit, and now he's just complaining, really, that he's up here near where Flo is, and Flo's just come off her eggs for a little wander. So he's just, you know, having a complaint. So back to the plot. This, we can stick it solid, or we can have it. The thought was to have it so it goes down like this, or that. You know, so it's attached onto a platform that hinges up or down, so I can use it when I need to, and then have it folded flat when it's not in use, which is probably most of the time. The other thought that I had is to have it on some kind of not hinge, but a way of like this, so it goes around. So as it goes, say, under something like the toolbox, because we've got space there that we're not using at the moment, and if I wanted to open my toolbox, I could slide it out and then open the toolbox, so it would be practical there if we get the pivot point right. So if that was there, it would slide out and be working, and then it would tuck away underneath there, so it's nice and safe. And of course, to hold it in place when tucked away, it's brilliant if you can use something like Velcro. Oh, what's she doing on it? Nix is running up the tree. So yeah, that's where I'm at. These are the fantastic things that we've been given. I've got a head full of ideas, and that is what happened on Saturday. And I was extremely tired after that drive, because we'd gone down there and then come back and had a good talk and things, and it was just so, and that was after a night of not that much sleep. So we're then moving on to day 7, and day 7, not 7, yeah, 6, sorry, today is day 7. So day 6 was another fantastic day. It began nice and early, and we went over to Tabua and met up with Shane and Hagbard and Molly and Don and Pamela and Pamela's husband, who I forgot his name, I'm really sorry, but welcome to the Stroke Club. And we had a massive talk about strokes and recovery, and this amazing fella had a stroke only a couple of weeks ago, and he was functioning really well. So it was really good to meet a fellow stroke person who we could discuss the grace that you can get from a stroke, and trying to work out, you know, where it came from and how to avoid it happening again. Scooby's being noisy. I think he's gone off to check to see what's going on in the forest. So yeah, it was an amazing lunch. We all sat down, had lunch, and then Sam joined us, and it was so beautiful to see Sam. I'd not seen her for a good while. And then I went to see some land in Tabua, and it's an amazing land, terraced land, and it's got a lot of potential for, especially if you put in a swale system. But we're kind of van building at the moment, so we'll not go there. But Shane's an amazing like woodworky person, and he was lovely to spend time with. And Scooby made a friend, little Bonnie, and Scooby and Bonnie were running about, and Bonnie ran Scooby ragged, which was great to see. It's not often Scooby ends up being tired out by a young pup, but that happened yesterday, and he had a really good long sleep to recover. So yeah, after that day, we got home. We made food, and well, actually, Si made amazing burgers and coleslaw, so it's awesome. And then we was just chilling and contemplating, the way forward, and seeing what other opportunities there are available. And that's just about it, really. Apart from applying for another position at Asha, which will be a dream come true, because if you know me, and many of you do, you'll know how particular I can be with getting an order and having things in the right spot, and making sure things work efficiently, and saving our energy, because we can save our energy by creating and designing something in the first place to make it work 10 times better than what we'd have done if we'd have done it in a different way. These things take time, these things take a little time to think about, but when we get them right, just like with the van build, when we get it right, we really get it right, and we benefit from that getting it right. So without too much delay, I'm going to move on to today's build. So day 7 is revisiting the bed, looking at finishing that off, contemplating a way to pivot the cooker, which is the most practical. At the moment, the one with the most pros is this way. And apart from that, yeah, there's not much more to say, apart from have a great day, be mindful how you use your energy, and I'll catch you later. You alright, Si? Well, we've had a day of contemplating moving stuff, and really not getting too far because we rebuilt the bed. I've decided to drop the bed down a few inches and change the way that the legs are, because I wanted something different, and the way that the legs were done took up more space. Also, I started building the compost toilet, which I used the 2 old legs from a bed that were given to me from Amy to make the seat. We've used some shorter pieces of wood to make the legs and fitted it in. So this now is the compost toilet frame. So it's just higher than the bucket. Bear in mind, the bucket has a lid, so you've got to remember to take the lid off before you go, otherwise it'll be a mess. I'm looking as well at the potential to use this type of shelving to make the framework in here, because it's lighter weight, it's thinner, and you can use these upside down, and they've got built-in stops, which I think is excellent. So I put the first bit on there, built it into the compost toilet, just to get an idea of the distance from there to there, and to give me something to play with as I've done it. And then over here, so this came out, we've put the clothes store back in, measured it all again, and then this is how it is for now. So it's going to have 6 legs, and it's going to be like a box frame, but the bed goes further that way than these legs do, so it's making tomorrow's job will be finding a way to attach the 3 legs to, don't worry, that's not attached yet, attach the 3 legs to the frame successfully. And the other issue is find a way where we don't damage the Reiki bed sliding it on top of the wooden frame, because it catches on the wood, there's too much friction, and you know, when you flip it up to close it. So I was thinking of using these and fastening them on top of the wood so they've got a smooth railing to go up and down, and if we cap the ends or knock them in so that they're no longer sticking out, it won't damage the material. So yeah, I wanted to find a way of getting these. I've measured the length and get it put on top of the frame to just reduce the wear and tear on the bed, really. So that's it for us today. I'm gonna go because I've got a meeting. So big loves to everyone, and I'll catch you tomorrow.